Hi everyone. In this lovely evening, I am pleased to welcome all of you Expertise 2022. The event organized by Free and Open Source Software Community of University of Sri Jayewardenepura. First, with immense pleasure, I would like to welcome all of our keynote speakers, Mr. Tushara Ratnavira, Chief Manager, Head of the Product Management, Marketing and Retail at Samsung. Next speaker, Mr. Chamod Pereira, a GitHub campus expert. So finally, Mr. Sajid Jonathan, a gold member of a Microsoft Learn Students Ambassador. Also, we would like to welcome all of our participation who are exciting and enthusiastic to expand their knowledge, possibilities, capabilities, and to help local students with the student ambassador programs. Not only these, but also you have big opportunity to get hundreds of premium service with Canva, Microsoft Azure, and Namecheap just for free while you are a student. Trust me, this evening is going to be so much interesting and exciting with so many new things to learn. While the event is happening, if you have anything to clear out, what you have to do is you can write the question in the chat box. And also, if you wish to speak, you can raise your hands and also unmute yourself. And if you are not talking, please be kindly enough to keep your mic muted. Then let us move today's session without wasting our valuable time anymore. I hope Mr. Tushara, the Chief Manager, Head of the Product Management, Marketing and Retail at Samsung, is ready to take over the meeting to inform you about the Samsung Students Ambassador Program. Mr. Tushara, sir, it is over to you. You can continue, sir.
Hi, everyone. I hope you guys are having a great time. And I think, first of all, I would like to wish each and every one of you a healthy and a happy new year. And apart from that, again, it's a warm welcome for the new year of 2022. So I think you guys have so many new things in your mind and so many ideas in your mind. So let's kick start this year with your all the ambitions, all your targets to have a greater year. Okay, so first of all, actually, before I go ahead with the Samsung Student Ambassador Program, I would like to show you one video. Okay, so definitely you should know that, okay, if you are going for a Samsung, then why you should go for a Samsung. Okay, so I'm just sharing this video, just check this out.
हेलो
हेलो मैम मैं सैमसंग से अमित बात कर रहा हूँ।
जी अमित,
आपने टीवी की कंप्लेन करवाई है?
हाँ, क्या आप 7 बजे के पहले आ सकते हैं?
जी बिल्कुल।
बह चला आसमान तेरे संग तू उड़ चला, कल कल करती नदियों सा तू बह चला, बह चला, बह चला। मुश्किलें हैं राहों में जो भर के उनको बाहों में तू चल चला, चल चला। जहाँ आँखें तेरी राह खिड़कियों से पल पल झांके कि तू रोशनी संग लाएगा।
थोड़ा फंस गया हूँ, बस आ ही रहा हूँ।
लगता है चन्नू की भेड़ों ने फिर ट्रैफिक जाम कर दिया है। जल्दी आइएगा। बह चला, बह
चला वह चला वह चला
अमित
जी
आइए आइए टीवी अंदर है। टाइम पे ठीक तो हो जाएगा ना?
जी मैम।
हो गया?
बस मैम।
हाँ अब ठीक है। चलो 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 जल्दी चलो, शो शुरू होने वाला है, जल्दी 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 आराम से। अमित जी रिमोट।
जी
वेलकम बैक टू जूनियर इंडियन आइकन और आज की पहली कंटेस्टेंट है हम सबकी चहेती प्रेरणा।
तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना, तेरे बिन नहीं लगता दिल मेरा ढोलना।
हमारे हॉस्टल की है और पता है मेरी बेस्ट फ्रेंड भी।
रिश्ते निभाने के लिए कभी कभी थोड़ा दूर जाना पड़ता है, इसीलिए सैमसंग सर्विस वैन्स जाती हैं देश के कोने कोने तक।
Guys, so actually why I wanted to show you this video. So I just want to show you guys what is this Samsung brand. Okay, so we are not just a brand actually. Excuse me, give me a minute. So we are not just a brand, but we are a friend and we are a living life thing. Okay, so moving on. So I know that you guys must have joined so many kind of this kind of programs. Okay, and so let me give you some insights about the Samsung brand. I know that all of you guys must be knowing Samsung brand for mobiles and TVs. And do you know that who built the Burj Khalifa? Anyone knows? I would like if you guys can speak, because I just don't want to this kind of a one-way thing. So කවුරු හරි ඔයගොල්ලන්ට උත්තර දෙන්න පුළුවන් නම් given a chat also, no issue. කවුරුද දන්නවද? Maybe some guys are speaking, but I think it's mute. Yeah, it is Samsung. We have a separate company called the C&T that is built by Samsung. And again, who knows the who built the largest ship in the world? And again, the whole India railway structure. Railway means the mainly I'm talking about this the Ondol RT. Okay, and anyone knows that Samsung built the tanks also? Anyone? Okay, so we have the tanks also, but right now it is not happening. But even there was a time like we made the tanks. So as a Samsung brand, we are just not just one or two area where we have focus. but we have each and every corner that we have touched. Even we have medicine, we have hospitals, even we have the astrology part, and there are so many things that as a Samsung brand we have touched. Even if you take the manufacturing side, we are the world largest memory, you know that what you call the RAMs and the chips and those kind of things. So we are the largest manufacturers in the world apart from the mobile phone. Okay, so there are so many areas where we focused, and if you become a Samsung ambassador, you can enjoy most of these things. I mean, like how it is being made and where it is being made, how we source our stuff, and there are so many things you can learn. Plus, not only that, so again you can learn the how we bring these things, I mean, like how we generate ideas, and again how we multiply these ideas into actions, and then how we make action plans. So there are so many things you can learn being a Samsung ambassador. Okay, so I will touch something from the Sinhala also. I think that's better, otherwise some of you guys will feel boring. And if you guys have any question, please ask. කාටරි මොනවාරි අහන්න තියෙනවා නම් ඒ වෙලෙම අහන්න, chat එකේ හරි දාන්න. එහෙම නැත්නම් you can raise your hand. එහෙම නැත්නම් you can speak up. Okay, so let me get through to actually what is this Samsung ambassador program. Okay, so ලංකාවට Samsung brand එක ඇවිල්ලා දැනට අවුරුදු මං හිතන්නේ I think close about 40 years. මට 1980 විතර වගේ තමයි මුලින්ම Samsung brand එක ලංකාවට එන්නේ. But ලංකාවේ separate branch එකක් විදියට, එහෙම නැත්නම් separate section එකක් විදියට ලංකාවේ පටන් ගන්නේ 2011 ඉඳලා 2010 අවුරුද්දේ අන්තිම විතර වගේ තමයි ලංකාවේ branch එකක් විදියට පටන් ගන්න. So මේ වගේ ලංකාවේ මේ වගේ රටවල් ගත්තොත් එහෙම we have about over 100 countries, and plus so එතකොට Samsung brand එකේ තව තියෙන දෙයක් තමයි we have different things, but I will මම කතා කරන්නම් ඔය mobile site සහ අපේ research and development පැත්තෙන්. So research and development පැත්තෙන් ගත්තොත් එහෙම we have we call the SRI or otherwise Samsung Research Institutes. Okay, so we have about 13 institutes all around the world, and out of that 2 are just nearby, just in India. Okay, India තමයි දෙකක් තියෙන. ඊට පස්සේ ආයි කොරිය වල තමයි තව 3ක් විතර වගේ තියෙනවා. අනිත් ඒවා එක එක රටවල් වල පැතිරලා තියෙනවා. So ඒකත් එක්කම අනිත් දේ තමයි ලංකාවේ ගත්තොත් ලංකාවේ number 1 Samsung mobile brand එක විදිහට තියෙන්නේ Samsung brand එක close about more than 5 years දැන් 5 years වලටත් වැඩි ඇත්තරම. ඒකත් එක්කම ලංකාවේ තියෙන products ගත්තොත් එම we have TV, refrigerator, AC ඇවිල්ලා ඇත්තරම ගිය අවුරුද්දේ තමයි introduce කරලා දුන්නේ. ඊට පස්සේ washing machine, and then we have the microwave. So likewise there are so many products, and මම හිතන්නේ මේ අවුරුද්දේ අපිට අලුතෙන් ආයි Samsung computers එහෙම නැත්නම් laptops හඳුන්වලා දෙන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි. හරි, මේ වෙනවාරි මොන හරි issues තව මොන හරි ඕගලන්ට Samsung brand එක ගැන මොන හරි දැනගන්න තියෙනවද? Anything you guys want to know? මම ambassador program එකට move වෙන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා you guys have anything? Okay, හරි. මම ඊගාව එකට යන්නම්. So Samsung ambassador program එක ඇත්තටම ගත්තොත් අපි ලංකාවේ පටන් ගත්තේ ගිය අවුරුද්දේ. Okay, so අපිට we have about 26 members la ambassadors la, so we started with 26, and this year we are targeting additional 150 ambassadors. Okay, so ඒකත් අපි කවදාකවත් limit කරලා නැහැ private and government universities කියලා, but අපි හැම university එකටම ඒ option එක දීලා තියෙනවා. So each and every one of you guys can apply it, and we have a separate selection process. So if you are selected, then we have a separate, I mean, like it's a kind of a total program which we have planned. Okay, so Samsung ambassador program එක අපි 26 දෙනෙක්ගෙන් පටන් ගත්තට මම ඔයාලට ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ මේ අවුරුද්දේ අපි ඒක expand කරනවා. expand කරන එකත් එක්කම මම කතා කරන මුලින්ම ඔයාලට හම්බෙන benefits මොනවද කියලා. ඇත්තටම brand ambassador එකක් වුණත් එහෙම. පළවෙනි දේ තමයි ඕගොල්ලන්ට එහෙම නැත්නම් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ family එකේ කාට හරි මොනවා හරි product එකක් ගන්න වුණොත් the first thing you will get is the discount. Okay, we have අපිට amazing අපි discount set එකක් දාලා තියෙනවා. So anybody wants to get any kind of product අපි මුලින්ම ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ family එකේ කාට හරි එහෙම නැත්නම් ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ close friend කෙනෙක්ට හරි ගන්න ඕන නම් අපි option එක දීලා තියෙනවා. දෙවෙනි එක තමයි internship ඇත්තටම මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඉඳලා තමයි අපි පටන් ගන්න හදන්නේ. අපි ගිය අවුරුද්දේ 26 දිනක ඇත්තටම පටන් ගත්තේ නැහැ. but මේ අවුරුද්දේ ඉඳලා අපි internship පටන් ගන්නවා. මම ඒකට පොඩි තව දෙයක් ඇඩ් කරන්නම්. ලංකාවේ තියෙන්නේ ඇත්තටම sales and marketing branch එකක්. We don't have a engineering part or engineering තියෙනවා ඇත්තටම ඒක ඇවිල්ලා පොඩි part එකක්. basically we check the mobile device compatibility in Sri Lanka. ලංකාවේ network එකට කොච්චර main mobiles ගැලපෙනවද කියන හැරෙන්න අපි ඊට එතනින් එහාට දෙයක් කරන්නේ නැහැ. But if you guys are interested then we can put that on also. But actually right now we haven't thought of that. But if you guys have any idea and කවුරු ඉන්නවා නම් ඇත්තටම they really want to become an telecommunication engineer or someone, then yeah, we are allowed to give that option also. Okay, so sales side, then after marketing, and then after HR. So those are the options we have. So ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කවුරු හරි background එකේ ඉන්නවා නම් ඔය මම කතා කරපු subjects පැත්තෙන් then you have a better chance of getting a this internship program. අනිත් දේ තමයි ඔයගලට හම්බෙන gift pack. So gift pack ගැන මම කතා කරනකොට so we have a welcome pack. So that's a totally different thing. And apart from that මේ 2022 ඉඳලා අපි අලුතෙන්ම program එක පටන් ගන්නවා. ඒ තමයි මේ ambassador unpack program කියලා. So ඔයගොල්ලෝ හැමෝම දන්නවා අපි මොනවා හරි product එක launch කරනකොට so we have a separate launching program. හරි මේ launching program එකට we create a separate kit for you guys, for our ambassadors, okay, to experience this product beforehand anyone else. හරි වෙන කාටවත් ඉස්සෙල්ලා මේ ambassadors ලටගෙන් අපි feedback එක ගන්නවා මේ products අපි මේ products කොහොමද වැඩ කරන්නේ, මේ concepts කොහොමද වැඩ කරන්නේ, මෙන්න මේ වගේ දේවල්. ඊට පස්සේ ඊට අමතරව අපේ තියෙනවා ongoing programs. We have competitions like we have photography competitions, then after we have so many other kind of ideathon competitions, then the CSR project competitions, and I mean like group works. There are so many things we have. Okay, so may හැමදේකටම if you are selected I mean like kind of winner, then we give a very valuable gift, and sometimes even it can goes up to the devices also. හරිද? So you guys have anything so far? Any questions? I mean like there are 65 guys, so I would really love to hear at least someone's voice. එහෙම නැත්නම් මම නිකම්ම තනියෙන් කතා කරනවා විතරයි.
Hello, so I would like to know if there are any Samsung sale branches. So mostly we are seeing that Samsung products are in Singagiri, Softlogic, and those kind of places. So are there any Samsung branches?
Yeah. So තරිඳු right තරිඳු අපේ structure එක මෙහෙමයි තියෙන්නේ. ඇත්තටම මම ඔයගලට කිව්වාගේ we have a few kind of things. Okay, so Samsung ගත්තොත් Samsung we call subsidiaries and then after sales branches. Okay, so subsidiary is a kind of a place where they produce the devices and basically they sell it. But Sri Lanka is a kind of a small country and a small place. So අපිට අර අතරම කතා කරන ඔය production capacity එක ලංකාවේ නැහැ. ඒක හින්දා අපේ තියෙන්නේ sales branch එකක් විතරයි. So what we do, we have different we call the national distributors. හරිද? මෙන්න මේගොල්ලෝ ලව්ව අපි phone හරි අපි ගෙන්නන ඒ devices ගෙන්නලා ඒගොල්ලෝ ලව්ව තමයි මේ distribution එක වෙන්නේ. So ආ කිව්වාගේ සිංගගිරි මේ ඔක්කොම ඇවිල්ලා අපේ distributors ලා තමයි. But ගිය අවුරුද්දේ ඉඳලා අපි පටන් ගත්තා separate online channel එකක්. ඔයගලන්ට ඕනනම් website එක ලියා ගන්න පුළුවන් samsungsrilanka.lk කියලා. මේ website එක through ඔයගලන්ට direct අපෙන් purchase කරන්න පුළුවන්. ඒක තමයි දැනට තියෙන්නේ තරිඳු. But if you want to buy anything directly from us, then that is the option. Or otherwise, if you buy from anyone else, even it can be any partner, but the same product and the same quality will be there. So there is no any differentiation for each and every partners. Okay, and I have got one more question. Why Samsung don't launch their laptop in Sri Lanka? Okay. And is the Ambassador Unpack program happening from S22 lineup, sir? Okay. Yeah. So, following question, why Samsung don't launch laptop in Sri Lanka? So we will be launching soon. Don't worry. I think most probably the second half we will launch it. මම හිතන්නේ සමහර අය කට්ටිය දන්නේ නැතුව ඇති. ඇත්තටම අපි Samsung laptops we had මම හිතන්නේ 2000 මට මතක 2015 විතර sorry 2013 තමයි ඇත්තටම අපි ලංකාවෙන් Samsung laptop අයින් කළේ. ඒක ඇත්තටම මේ අපේ තිබිච්ච ප්‍රශ්න නෙමෙයි. It's a global direction එකේ විදිහට අපි laptops කියන එකෙන් පොඩ්ඩක් අයින් වෙලා හිටියා. But දැනට අවුරුදු දෙකකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා ඉඳලා අපි ආයි laptops වලට ඇවිල්ලා තියෙනවා. දැන් මේ අවුරුද්දේ second half එකේ වෙනකොට අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම we will launch the laptops. Don't worry. And Ambassador program happening from S22 lineup, sir. S22 එකත් එක්ක තමයි ඇත්තටම වෙන්නේ. But සමහරට අපි කතා කරන මුලදී කතා කරන the additional 100 members they may not get the the pack what I am talking, but most probably you guys will be invited for our event. Right? So normally we have a grand event, so one of the most prestigious hotels or a place or something like that, and so this time we are planning to invite you guys for that. And මම හිතන්නේ community එකෙන් already දාලා තියෙනවා මේ address එක. So අපේ address එක online address එක. So if you buy anything directly from this product, so that means you are buying stuff from us only. Okay. හරි. මම ආයි යන්නම් Samsung Ambassador program එකට. හරි. So මම කතා කළේ ඊට පස්සේ දැන් මේ හම්බෙන benefits එක. So මොකද්ද ඕගොල්ලන්ට කරන්න තියෙන්නේ? What you guys have to do to become an ambassador? Okay. So being a Samsung brand, so we prefer the quality, okay, over quantity. So that's why even we have taken 26 members, but they are the kind of the best guys. I think these 26 selected out of as I remember about more than 500 applicants. Okay, so it will be a tough thing. It is not a very easy thing to become an ambassador. Before selecting ambassador, I think already we have closed for this year, but I think I will ask my colleague to open for you guys, especially for this forum. Okay, even though it is closed, but I'll open for this forum, so you can apply it and with your university details. Okay, so my colleague is already there, so she will communicate the address for you guys to activate it there, so you can apply from there. So if you guys I mean like apply, once you guys apply, so we have a separate selection process. Okay, so we seek which year you study and what sort of how can I say, what sort of I mean like the subject you study, and after that, then after first cut or the first round, then we are giving you a kind of a separate activity to perform. Okay, so based on the activity how you perform, and once the closure, how the closure is happening. So basically once you close the activity, then how you present that to others. Okay, so based on that only we will be selecting our next applicant. So far we have received more than 1,000 applicants, but I'm pretty sure you guys also wanted to be selected as one of the ambassadors. And as I again mentioned, so we will enable that one for you guys. Okay, and so how this is happening? So normally before you get on board you guys, we select based on the year you study, first year, second year, and the third year, and those newcomers also. So based on that, we give different kind of activities. It's not the same activity it will be. And then this program, it's not something like, okay, you are in there for the first year and then you will be out in the second year. No, it is not like that. Until you are an university students, you will be there as the Samsung ambassador. And from year to year, you will have a different kind of activities, different kind of approaches, and there are so many things. Okay, and apart from all those gift items and those kind of things, we have the workshop also. Okay, so already we had conducted kind of I think 3 workshops for our the existing ambassadors, but each and so for the next year onwards, we'll have at least a monthly as well as the quarter basis workshop. So unfortunately, we couldn't do any physical workshop because of this COVID situation. But with the 2022, I think most probably we should be able to do it. I mean, like even we had planned some hike with you guys, okay, and with the photography competitions, photography workshops, and the photography walking. So there are so many things we planned, but I think this year definitely we should be able to do that sort of really engaging activities. And apart from that, so apart from these workshops, so we have the key speaker notes also. Like we will invite one of the most prestigious personalities to give more and more information, kind of how you should work. I mean, like the last one we had with Angolo Jome. How can I say? May campusing out උනාට පස්සේ okay කොහොමද ජොබ් එකකට ගිහිල්ලා වැඩ කරන්නේ right මේක ඒ කියන්නේ පළවෙනි අවුරුද්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ කොහොමද මේක වැඩ කරන්නේ මොනවද ඉගෙන ගන්න දෝන දේවල් ඊට පස්සේ කම්පැනි එකට ගිය ගාම ඔයගොල්ලෝ මොනවද කරන්න ඕනේ මෙන්න මේ වගේ දේවල් ඊට පස්සේ HR පැත්ත ගැන අපි කතා කළා එක සැරයක් so ඒකේ කතා කළේ basically කැරියර් එක ඔයගොල්ලෝ කැරියර් පාත් එකක් කියන එක අපි කොහොමද හදාගන්නේ මේ කැරියර් පාත් එක වාදී මගදී බ්‍රේක් කරනවා නම් කොහොමද බ්‍රේක් කරන්නේ ඊට පස්සේ මේ කැරියර් පාත් එකෙන් සම්පූර්ණයෙන් ටෝටල් වෙනස් පාත් එකකට යනවා නම් අපි ඒව කොහොමද යන්නේ ඒකෙත් එක්කම අපි කතා කළා අන්තිමට මාකටිංగ్ සයිඩ් එකෙන් so there were like so many areas we covered okay and so my request is to so let's enjoy these guys so this is a kind of a very significant moment you have okay and so there you can get so many new things to get hands on okay so I have another 10 minutes so I would like to answer your questions within this 10 minutes so whatever the questions you guys have please shoot me and I would like to talk with you guys and so if you guys have any concern or how to apply or any kind of thing then please let me know so then I can help you out here okay so my colleague Pavani has already shared in the chat so there is separate Google sheet you just go there and just put your data okay so then we will invite you for a kind of a selection process then we can get and we can get to know better okay. So anything you guys wanted to know please shoot me
excuse me sir
yes Johan
I have a question actually you mentioned that sir but it was not clear for me
okay
let's assume we become a student ambassador in second year then within 2 more years we will leave the university after we'll graduate or leave the university what will happen
okay so let's say as you said so if you're leaving so we have a separate leaving process also okay so we are giving a separate a leaving pack as well as a separate certificate for each and every one of you guys and if you have performed well kind of a thing then we will give a separate trophy which basically you can show as a professional experience thing which you have provided for your community or whatever thing you are presenting so this will be a kind of your additional for the your extracurricular activities
okay thank you sir
okay and okay what are the things that Samsung expect from the student ambassadors okay so actually I wanted to talk to you this point but I just why I didn't talk normally I should have talked at the beginning because I want someone of you to ask this question right මොකද්ද අපි බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ student ambassador කෙනෙක්ගෙන් okay so අපේ ප්‍රධාන බලාපොරොත්තුව තමයි අපේ Samsung brand එක ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ university එක ඇතුලේ ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ friends එක්ක right to make the positive vibe about the brand so that is the main thing what you are expecting So if you, let's say කාට හරි Samsung product එක ගැන ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම්, okay, and එහෙම නැත්නම් කාට හරි Samsung brand එක පිළිබඳ ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම්, so you will be the face of that issue. හරි, ඔයගොල්ලෝ තමයි ඒ issue එක අරගෙන, so you guys will talk to us and then we will give the priority solution for that. Okay, so that sort of communication, very strong connectivity is the thing what you're expecting from you guys, nothing else. Okay, so that is the main point what you're expecting to provide the positive vibe about the brand within your community. Okay, I think Kavindu had put, Pavani, can you please check that one, the try content on of this form? I think it says it is not working, the application.
Now it's activated. Yeah, now it's working.
Okay, Kavindu. Yeah. So any questions? Anything else you guys want to know about the ambassador program or anything related to the Samsung brand? Okay, seems like everyone is silent. Okay, so there is one more thing actually I want to repeat. Okay, so what I want is about the Samsung ambassador program. How can I apply as ambassador? Okay, so Malsha, if you go above the chat, okay, there is a link sent by Pavani Lakshani. Okay, so she's mentioned that I already registered the Samsung ambassador program. So with this Google link, you can apply. Okay, Malsha, I hope my answer is clear. Okay, so any questions? Any other questions, guys? Okay, so the other thing, okay, so other thing I want to talk about with the Samsung ambassador is so what sort of a future we will have for these ambassadors. Okay, so what sort of a kind of a positive thing you can get from the ambassadors in your work life. So පළවෙනි දේ තමයි මම ඔයාලට ඉස්සෙල්ලා කිව්වා වගේ, so we guys give you an opportunity to get the information about the hands-on experience basically. හරිද? يعني practical situations එක්ක කොහොමද ඔයගොල්ලෝ work life එකේ වැඩ කරන්න කියන එක. හරිද? So that is one of the key area we focus. So we want to keep this student ambassadors as kind of a pioneers in this working area. So wherever you go, hari, make a bank එකක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්, එහෙම නැත්නම් it can be a lecturing thing, or it can be a kind of a hospital. So wherever you go, there are certain qualities. Okay, we're going to teach you guys how to behave in a professional environment, how to tackle kind of a critical situation. So this kind of information we're going to give you, and we're going to train you guys also based on that. So when you're out as a Samsung ambassador, so you will be kind of a key role or a pioneer in anywhere, wherever you go, whatever the place you work. So we'll have that knowledge as well as the hand-on experience to move and perform well in any kind of a company, or it can be any place basically. And okay, what is the name of the referral? Okay, so yeah, so for all the guys, for you can mention, as Pavani mentioned, Nymphia Vijayaratna. Okay, she is one of the ambassadors who are in the first 26 batch. Okay, so you can mention her name as the referral. Okay, so I think I have covered all the areas. So how to become an ambassador and what sort of benefits you will get, and what is the ending process of this ambassador program and what we expect from you guys, and on top of that, I mean, like, why you should become an Samsung ambassador. Okay, so I hope you guys have a great time. So, and if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Okay, so I will put my email address and my mobile number here, so you guys can talk to me at any time for anything. So it can be any professional, any kind of a professional issue you have, anything you guys want to sort it out, anything. So this is my personal number and my mobile email address. Oh, sorry, my personal number is wrong. Okay. So, and again, thank you very much for providing this opportunity. I hope you guys get the best out of this time. And Kavindu, thank you very much, and the Pavani and the whole community of this organizing community. Thank you very much, guys. And I hope you will have the most successful year ahead. Okay. So from the community side, organizer side, can you get some idea about how many guys from the first year, second year, like that? Guys, anyone is there from the community?
Sorry, sir. Actually, this we shared for all the campus clubs in FOSS Community. So we have not.
Okay, okay. So it's kind of an open invitation, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, okay. Great, great. So then again, thank you very much for the organizing committee, and I hope I have cleared your all the any kind of issues you had or any kind of a clarification you wanted to have. Okay, then thank you very much, guys. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, sir. And it was a thank you very much, sir. It was an existing session that you have delivered now. Thank you for sharing your knowledge about the Samsung Students Ambassador Program and giving so much of valuable, distinguished ideas for our colleagues. Welcome all of our colleagues to asking the questions. And thank you again, sir, Mr. Tushar, sir, for joining us, for the contributing your valuable time for your event and with a very busy schedule. So let's move on to the part of today. So I hope to invite Mr. Chamod, GitHub campus expert, is now ready to take over the meeting to inform about the GitHub campus expert program. Now it is over to you, sir. So now it is over, Chamod, you can continue the session.
Thanks, Ahmad, for warm introduction. So, hi guys, my name is Chamod Pereira, and I'm a GitHub campus expert. So, how many of you heard about GitHub? Please speak up or raise your hands. Yeah, I can see. Yeah, how many of you have GitHub accounts? So Hirish told me that you guys are freshers still. Okay, thanks. So let me share my screen. Can someone confirm which screen you can see?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, what you can see, being a campus expert slide, or just a wallpaper?
Just wallpaper.
Sorry. Now it's a slideshow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So today I'm going to cover being a GitHub campus expert and how to become a campus expert. So before that, let me give a brief introduction about myself. And yeah, I'm the fourth GitHub campus expert, and currently I'm working at WSO2 as a software engineer. Apart from that, I am leading Golang Sri Lanka community as a co-lead, and I'm currently the president of FOSS Community. More than that, I would like to call myself as an open source contributor. So, yeah. So, how many of you heard about, I think, from the flyers, and you have heard about GitHub Campus Expert things, right? So, GitHub Campus Expert is a GitHub education initiative focused on providing leadership and community skills to students leaders actually on their campuses. So a GCE, also known as GitHub Campus Expert, is a student with the ability to improve technical skills of its community. So as a community leaders, campus expert know the challenges students are facing on their campus communities. So so far in Sri Lanka, there are 10 campus experts from various universities, including myself. So across the globe, there are more than 250 campus experts. So let's talk about the benefits of being a GitHub campus expert. The main benefit is the reputation. So I remember when I was in first year, I was just a participant for events, and I'm just an undergraduate. So after becoming a campus expert, I got a lot of reputation from tech communities. So as you can see, that's why I'm invited for your for these sessions as well. So just imagine if you want to speak at a conference, if you don't have anything, like if you don't have any refutation, you can't just go and say, hi, my name is Chamot. Can I do a speech in this conference? Technically, that won't work. So becoming a campus expert, you will get a good reputation in open source communities. So one more thing, one is the most important thing is you will get a connection with GitHub staff and other community leaders. So for an example, recently I got chances to talk with GitHub Action internal dev team and know about what are their plans in upcoming years, and also I could request some new features from them also. Since this is a global community, you will be able to interact with various student leaders around the world. So personally, I have a lot of friends all around the world. So when you need some help from them, that will easily you can reach to them. So, and GitHub always providing tools and content, and that can help you to build a better community and better leaders. So if you have seen StreetForce page, recently we launched a thing called GitHub, sorry, not GitHub, it's a StreetForce TV. Actually, personally, I got chance to be a part of GitHub stream team. So from that, I got some training from them. So after I got training, I thought to why wouldn't I go and give my experience with my other community members? So I talked with my the members and give the training to them, so they can do a streaming and they can enhance their public speaking as well. So so becoming a GitHub campus expert, you can learn from GitHub, GitHub education, and you can sync with your other community members as well. So another important part of GC journey is the events. So I think you guys haven't experienced a physical event, right? So I think your seniors might have experienced a physical event. Usually when we are organizing a physical event, we have to find a venue, and we will have to provide food also and refreshment things, and we have to print some stickers. So for them, you have to spend some money. So as a student, you know that we are not earning, so we cannot spend our own money. So being a GitHub campus expert, you can request that amount from the GitHub education, and you can just send a draft. We will going to provide a refreshment for our participant, and we will going to print some stickers. We need this much of money. So they will give you a sponsorship, and they will send some GitHub tags as well for the physical events. So and also you can learn from them, and they will train you for the how to become a better community leader, and they will sharpen your public speaking as well. So actually all these benefits comes with higher responsibilities. So let's see what are the prerequisites to become a GitHub campus expert. So as you can see, you have to subscribe the GitHub student pack. How many of you heard about GitHub student pack? Yeah, only few, more than 5. Okay. Yeah, I will share the GitHub student pack link after my session end. And you should be more than 80 years old, and you have at least 1 year before graduating, and you have had a GitHub account for at least 6 months contribution, and you should be enrolled a formal higher education institute. Like I think few of the requirements are already satisfied. So, and the most importantly, you need to have a tech community. I think since you all are in this Jayapura FOSS community, you are already in a tech community, right? So if you don't have a community, you will have to initiate a new one. And this program is not just holding a title, which is given by GitHub Education. So I know you guys are freshers, so before applying for this program, do some contribution for your Jayapura FOSS community, or some other community would be better. And find the shared struggles and what you guys are facing as a community. Let's say as a shared struggle means, let's say you guys are struggling to find technical speakers for your community events. That's a one of shared struggle you guys are facing as a community. So you need to identify them. So when you are applying for the GitHub campus expert, you need to mention them. So the GitHub education team will review them, and they will carefully get the most best one. That's why still in Sri Lanka, we have only 10 campus experts. So because GitHub education is care about the quality over quantity. So once again, if you are really want to enrich your tech community, your Jayapura FOSS community, while learning the skill to build and grow the diverse technology communities on your campus with training, mentorship, and support from GitHub, please apply for this program. So yeah, you can go to this link when you are, for now, you can just save this link. Before applying that, please go through the prerequisites and achieve them, then you can apply for this program. That's why what I recommend for you guys. So now let me share what will happen if you got selected for GCE program. Once you selected for the program, you will receive an email invitation to join a GitHub repository where you will find up to 7 different training modules focused on most soft skills and questions about your community. So after completing the training, someone from GitHub education staff will check your solutions and give advice if you have something to improve. So this process normally take from 2 to 3 revision before your training is ready to be merged. In my case, those rounds of reviews took around 2 weeks for each, and the whole training process around 6 months. Personally, I had to spend 7 months for this program. During the training, I could gain a lot of skills, including public speaking skills and organizing community events, and also handling negative scenarios. Like for an example, let's say if I had a power cut, what as this session organizers, how you guys gonna handle this? Like, so these are the one of struggle I can mention. And as you can see in this slide, these are the badges I achieved in each training module. So once you completed all modules and all the assessment, GitHub staff will invite you to a video call, and you guys can you can chat with the GitHub education program manager. Currently, he's Juan Pablo Flores, and this call is for you to meet and get to know about the more about the GitHub education and the GitHub Campus Expert program, and that's it. So now let me share my GitHub Campus Expert journey and how I apply for this program and what I gained from it. So when I was in first year, I was just an undergraduate like you guys, and I participated some technical events organized by Streetforce, and I could experience the impact it had in our career. And one day there was an event called GitHub Zero to Hero, which was conducted by Mr. Isuru Abewardena, and he's the one who became the GitHub Campus Expert for the first time in Sri Lanka. And along with him, there was another speaker called sorry, I can't remember his name. Just remember his name is Omal Pereira, and at that time he was the trainee software engineer at 99XX. So from them I got to know about this program, and at the end of the session, I asked from Isuru Aya, how can I apply for this program? Because there were students at the time but sharing their knowledge with other students, and I felt like I know some technical skills, so why wouldn't I share with my other community members? So also I would like to thank Streetforce for organizing that event. That's why I'm here. And after a few months, I applied for program, and then few months I got email from GitHub Education saying that I have been selected for GC program. because I got selected for the first try because from the beginning, I was helping for FOSS Community for organizing some technical events. And yeah, so in my first year, I set up my 4 milestone to achieve in my university years, other than completing the degree. Those are my first year milestone was participate in meetups, workshops, and hackathons as much I can. And because I wanted to know new people and make industry connection and made new friends and learn and explore new technologies. So hope you can see some photograph of my first year. And yeah, in my second year, I became a campus expert after completing the 7-month training. And that year, my milestone was, other than the degree, was organize some more technical events. And yeah, and my third year milestone was do some tech talks in local communities. But fortunately, I could be able to do the both in my second year. As you can see, I speak at Sabaragama University and Wayamba University, and I did introduction to Git and GitHub session there. So I did all the things with support from GitHub education. So my fourth year, when I was in 2021, milestone was to do some session in foreign tech communities. So actually, I want to scholarship to attend GopaCon USA and GopaCon Russia, but unfortunately due to COVID, I couldn't go there. And also in last year, I did 2 webinar sessions on Boston Go community and New York Go community in USA. So, and apart from that, I got selected for GitHub education stream team, and I got chance to streaming on Twitch TV under the GitHub education Twitch channel. And yeah, I hope you got something from my journey. I just wanted to share my story with you because I wanted to encourage you all. That's why. So thanks, and ping me in social media, or you can find me in my portfolio. If you have any question about the program, please drop in the chat or please raise your voice.
It was a fantastic session, Mr. Chamod. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and valuable ideas. If you have any question about GitHub Campus Expert program, please ask now. And if you wish to talk, you can unmute and speak or put your questions in the chat box.
Yeah, in the chat, I can see Iduranga is asking how many GitHub Campus Expert do they select from one university at a time. So previously there was no any limitation, but currently they have limited to a 1 campus expert, because 1 campus expert is enough to resolve all the shared struggle inside the campus. That's why they are doing things like that. So any other questions?
Excuse me, can you please tell about when they opened applications for?
Yeah, usually they are opening application for twice a year. I think in the February they are opening application for this year.
Okay, thank you.
No worries. Any other questions? seems like no question. I will drop my contact details, including my phone number, so you guys can ping me in WhatsApp or any other social media. Guys, please don't call because I'm not a call person. So please send a messages.
Actually, one question is there.
Yeah, sir, go ahead.
So can apply for the third year students can apply for this program? It means they have one.
1 year. There for the prerequisites, they are only expecting 6 months, right? So still you can apply.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry, what are the facts usually they are looking for when selected? Yeah, they will consider about your community contribution and your technical. So they can go to your GitHub profile and see what are the things you have done, and they can go through your socials and see if you are organizing some events and things like that. So, and also mainly they concern about the what is the reason you are applying for that program in the application. Okay, Ahmed, over to you.
Okay, thank you again, Mr. Chamod, for joining this event, even with a very busy schedule. So thank you very much. Okay, so expertise, let's go for the last session of the day. I hope Mr. Sajid is ready to talk over the meeting to inform about the Microsoft Student Ambassador Program. It is over to you, Sajid Jonathan. You can continue.
All right, firstly, can you hear me right now?
Yes, you are audible.
All right, great. So let me share my presentation. All right, so guys, I'm Sajid Jonathan. You must have already heard Chamod speaking and also Samsung Ambassador speaking before this, but so I won't be saying anything much. Something new to you because already, as I know Chamod personally, as a GitHub student ambassador, I know his work and he would have mentioned most of the things already. So I want to stick to something different. I'll be going through a few things like why do you want to join a tech community and how can I apply to be a Microsoft Learn student ambassador, and I would just share my thoughts on being a Microsoft Learn ambassador and what you can gain from it. So let's dive into that. So meanwhile, if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask while I'm saying it. I would look at the questions at the end of the session and answer them. All right. So I'm, as I said before, as they introduced me, I'm Sajid Jonathan. I'm currently a Microsoft Learn student ambassador, and I'm a gold ambassador, which is the highest position someone can get. In Sri Lanka, there are 3 gold ambassadors right now. The first gold ambassador was Gihan Siriwardena. So he was one of the main, he was the first Microsoft Learn ambassadors in Sri Lanka. And through his guidance, so me, there's another gold ambassador, my friend called Dinuwan, and there's someone else called Indraji. So there are only like 4 gold ambassadors in Sri Lanka right now. So I'm a recent cybersecurity undergraduate from SLIIT. So I've been working as a junior cybersecurity consultant for the past year, but recently I have moved into the world of blockchain and NFTs. So I'll be talking mainly about my experience of being an MLSA. I'll also let you know how to apply for being an MLSA, but I want to give you the right expectations on what being a student leader in a tech community is and how you can train yourself to become someone like that. All right, so just to give a brief introduction of the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, right now, as of October, there were 5,100 students from across 1,200 universities in 102 countries. So that's people from everywhere, all over the world. Everyone applies and try to become MLSA, and it's a pretty good network for you to find new people and talk to them and get the experiences. Around right now in Sri Lanka, there are around 70 to 80 Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors. If you look at like 3 years before this, there were only like 20 to 30 people, but they have been taking more people again, more people into the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, because Microsoft again wants to expand the program and want more capable people coming in. If you look at the distribution right now, it's around 36% female and 64% male. So a six months before this, it was around 31% female, and the numbers have been rising. So that's one of the main goals of MLS, like the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador student community also, that they want to somehow at least bring the number closer to 50-50, 50% female and 50% male, and they're working towards that. So I just want to give you some reasons. So this is about MLSA. It's nothing special if you look at it from a different standpoint. But you need to know, why do you want to join the tech community? What's the reason behind it? Be it MLSA or be it any tech community, even in your university, whatever tech community you have, the local or the global level. Why do you want to join that? You have to have the right expectations. It's fun. It's fun meeting new people. It's fun talking to them. And in your university life, that's the best time for you to meet people also. But what other things you can expect and what other things you can do, you just have to have the right expectation. Once you have that, it's very easy for you to grow forward also. So first thing, any tech community, if you look at a global tech community, the best thing is you get to connect with students all around the world. It's not in just only Sri Lanka, not in university. You get to know people. Being an MLSA, I know people from other universities other than SLIIT. Because we do sessions with them at least in a monthly basis. We talk to them, so we are pretty close. There's no separation. We have like, he's from another university, I'm from another university. We get no separation like that. Everyone are friends, and we all want to grow each other like together. So being an MLSA, I get to know people from other countries like India. Have a friend from Malaysia who I did a particular session with, particular project with. She's from Malaysia, and you get to know people from around the world, Europe, America, Africa. So it's just being in a multicultural environment. You get to know people from other parts of the world, and that's very important in your tech life, because more than what you're going to learn here, it really depends on what are the people, like what people you know in your life, and how like they can bring a positive impact to your life also. It's very important to connect with as much people as possible, and it's very good that you connect with people all around the world, not just in Sri Lanka. So if you can expand your horizons in that way. So you also get mentorship from professionals. Personally, from me, I usually people who handle the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassadors are employees of Microsoft itself. So we have the coordinators, we have the particular people in charge of the program and conducting it. And there are sessions done by Microsoft employees. People who are doing an intern in Microsoft, they come and do sessions for us. People who are working Microsoft, cloud professionals, everyone come and do like sessions for us, and that's really beneficial, because we get an experience of what they do at their field. So it's all about getting the global experience over there. So we get mentorship from them also, and building your reputation. When I say I'm an MLSA for someone else, all right, they know I'm somewhat important. They know that I'm doing something to the benefit of the society. So if I go to an interview and I say I'm an MLSA, okay, they see that's something different. If if the first resume they're gonna see, they know that that's something different from other students who are applying for a particular internship or a particular job. So that gives you some kind of recognition, and also it helps me to build my reputation also. And also, obviously, if you want to join any tech community, you will be the main goal would be to grow your skills. Let's say I'm in like 10%, I have a 10% knowledge in some topic. Once I grow a community and I talk to people like-minded who want to grow, who are very interested in tech, maybe they want to build websites, they want to create startups. So once I be in a particular environment with people like that, it will also motivate me to grow my skills. And finally, to make a difference, because all of this is non-voluntary work. Being in a tech community, usually no one is going to pay. Being an MLSA, I don't get paid. But my interest, even coming to this session and talking to you all, it's all about my interest of motivating people and making sure everyone has an opportunity to grow. So that's all about being an MLSA, is to make a difference. So we have sessions regarding that also. For example, there's something called leagues in the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, where we either choose a social issue or an issue regarding green tech or issue regarding education, and we build solutions to solve a particular kind of issues. So it's all about making a difference. These are the most important goals when you want to join any tech community. And if you have the right expectations, very easy for you to set them right. So I just want to go through what else the MLSA program offers. For example, whatever I said, like in the earlier slide, everything it offers, but I'm talking about the extra benefits. For example, it gives all the global exposure you need, the mentorship you need. If you want to build a reputation, you can do that. I'll show you some example later on. You can record videos and you can pitch your own product like a startup, and you can upload that to their Microsoft YouTube channel, which gives you more exposure. Once you go to interview, that would be an advantage. So just talking about additional benefits which any MLSA gets is like they get the monthly Azure subscription, because they want students to learn more about cloud technologies, because that's a hot topic right now, learning about cloud technologies and getting better at it. Visual Studio Enterprise subscription for that. And I think you also get this from the GitHub Student Pack, the name.com domain. They give a separate one from the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program also. And the important thing is they give Microsoft certification exams for free. So there are some exams called AZ 900. This is for Azure, which is Azure Cloud Services, and other important certification exams, which you usually have to pay at around $99 if you want to pay it separately. But if you're in the program, they train ambassadors by giving them free certification exams also. There are different levels you can go in that ambassador program, like alpha, beta, and gold. So the alpha level, you get one certification, beta level, you get another certification. And when you go to the gold level, they give another extra 4 certifications. So once you keep going up, you get more certification exams. It's also an opportunity for you to learn. Access to LinkedIn Learning. I would say that is one of the most valuable things like getting from the program, because if you want to pay for LinkedIn Learning, I think that would come a handful of amount in Sri Lankan rupees itself. But you get that free, and there's a lot of very important resources on LinkedIn in terms of tech, in terms of leadership, in terms of time management. So I have done personally a lot of courses on LinkedIn Learning itself, which are really valuable. So I think that also would help an MLSA being to improve themselves. And also definitely a swag box. Being a beta student ambassador, which is the second level, you get a swag box from Microsoft itself, which would be consist of like the Microsoft Learn Ambassador t-shirt and a bottle. And once you go to the gold program, you get a certificate and you get this additional swag kits like stickers and everything. Just something to brag about, but that shouldn't be the main goal if you want to get into the program. Obviously, that should be something like a side quest. And definitely the mentorship you get from, for example, when I was like a lower student ambassador, like from the alpha or the beta level, usually gold ambassadors do sessions for us and getting to know from their experience, and cloud advocates from Microsoft itself, they do sessions for us. And like once you get the global exposure from different types of people and from people working everywhere, it really makes a difference on the knowledge you have. So whatever you study in your university, so that's all already there, and the student experience you get from being in tech communities is also there. And once you get this global exposure from other people from all over the world working in different companies, not only in Sri Lanka, you get how different people think, you get an idea of how people think and how do you want to improve. That also motivates you to try better. So that is what the mentorship is all about, and many more. So I can only say things which I can list technically over here, but you get this sense of belonging with those people, like with those students all over the world, because you get to connect. You get the opportunity to connect with different people. Sometimes during some sessions there'll be like 50 people. During some sessions there'll be only 10 or 20 people, depending on the time zone they want to join, and that gives an opportunity for you to talk to other people. Like if you want to know how their country is, how the learning system there is, like what are the trending topics over there in terms of technology, you can talk to them personally on that level. You know, someone from a particular country, which normally you wouldn't get to know, and you'll get the experience. So I want to go through what exactly happens inside the program. So I told you this mentorship, these sessions all happen, but what are the exact sessions which happen? We have this gold weekly workshop. So this is done by the gold student ambassadors for the beta and the alpha. So there are 3 levels. There's the alpha, beta, and the gold. So alpha is when you join the student ambassador program, you just become an alpha. Once you do a session, once you do a couple of events, you become a beta student ambassador and then a gold student ambassador. So people who are the gold student ambassadors usually experienced, and they do sessions like me. They do sessions for the junior students to learn in terms of technology, like any trending technology, in terms of Microsoft technologies, cloud, or anything like Python, even simple as Python, so that people who are joining just now, they have a good exposure. And also opportunities to team up with other MLSAs, because there'll be some competitions happening internally within the student ambassador program itself, which would give you the opportunity to connect with people around the world. As I said, my experience, I teamed up with a particular MLSA from Malaysia, and so we went through a bit of calls. We wanted to build a product focusing on weather and work on the weather API and on Power BI. That was something new. I had no experience on it, but I got to connect with another person from another country, and that experience was so good for me that I got the self-confidence to talk to other people also. And early access to Microsoft tech, something like the GitHub like pilot program they have, like if there's a pilot program for anything in terms of Microsoft, because GitHub is a part of Microsoft right now, and also any other Microsoft products, you get early access to that because they give priorities for certain students in the MLSA program also. So you can apply to it maybe in a form, and you would get access to the tech before anyone knows. So once you get to know the tech, you can use it, you can write a blog about it, and people in your university also will be impressed with it. So workshops done by cloud advocates. Cloud advocates are someone, professionals working in the Microsoft company itself, so who want to guide the students in the university. So they do sessions in terms of Azure, in terms of Microsoft technologies, anything other than that, in terms of also writing a proper resume, how to face an interview, and like how to come up with your own blog site, or how to come up with a portfolio. So do various sessions based on that also. So the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program is not only about connecting with other people, but also getting mentorship from the right people in the industry. So as I said, there's something called a league. Leagues are like specific areas which you're interested. For example, there's an AI and ML league for people who are interested in artificial intelligence and machine learning. The people who are interested in blockchain, there's a different league. People who are interested in data science, there's a different league. People who are interested in, let's say, green tech, in education, if you want to do social contribution, there are different leagues for that. And every time you have a league workshop happening, so you get to learn something in terms of, let's say you get to know about IoT, and you have a competition after that based on IoT. You come up with the technology, just talk to 3 or 4 ambassadors, you form up a team, you come up with a product, you pitch the product, and if it works, it works. If not, you get that experience. So you get an opportunity there also. And people who usually judge are Microsoft employees, so you get the correct feedback from them, and that's really valuable in my opinion. So I just want to give an example of a social, this is something which they did a couple of months ago. It's called a social impact project. So this will give you a better idea of what are the competitions which are like, or the sessions happening inside the MLSA program. So they wanted to create community projects, and the main goal behind that was help ambassadors create projects that relate to social impact leagues. When I talk about social impact leagues, it's about not just general areas where you want to work on AI and ML, but also areas which make a difference in the world. Something like green tech, something like education, something like IoT. So whatever interest you have, if it makes a difference in the world, they have a different league for that. So they want to ensure people like ambassadors in the program can come up with creative solutions to solve problems in the real world. So that's why they came up with this community project. So they wanted to come up like give an opportunity for ambassadors to come up with sessions. And so this will also be an advantage to them, because once you say that in your resume, okay, I came up with this particular product and I pitched it to the employees in Microsoft, that's somewhat advantageous to you also. So that will also be an additional thing in your resume, because I believe personally, once you finish your 4 years in your university, 4 or 3 years, depending on the degree, once you go to an interview in terms of an internship or like a permanent job, there'll be a lot of applicants applying for the particular job. And when they look at your resume should stand out than another person, because it is a competitive world out there. So like people should ensure that they are up to date, and also they have the right skills for you to get a particular internship. So to do that, you have to do stuff differently from others to make sure you get that opportunity. I know everyone, there's around 50 people here in the session, and I know everyone wants that, and you have the proper motivation to come to a session like this. So because you want that knowledge, so that is what I'm saying. So you have got to do things differently. And I would tell at the end what else you can do to apply to this program, and also what you can do to stand out from the rest, so that you get a better opportunity in this competitive world. So as I said, this project, they want to boost the ambassadors' resumes also, because they're going to work in a team and they're going to be judged by people working in Microsoft. And also the main goal with the tech community is about networking, getting to know people all around the world, from maybe in Sri Lanka or maybe from other countries. So that will go a long way, because the people I know right now, the friends I have in my university and other universities also, I know that in the future, if I maybe want to change my career, if I want to get another job, they would help me. They are working in a particular company, or they'll point me to the right resources. So the friendships I make and the connections I make can go a long way. So, and that's more important than what you know. If you are with the right people and they know what to do, that would be actually advantage to you. So this is just about the community project, and I would show an example. Yeah. So this is what they basically want the project to be. So I'm just explaining this because, see, this is not something they have to do in the MLSA program also. You can get ideas from it, and you can do it in your local community also. That is why we try to do. Just because we are an MLSA, whatever we learn, we don't just keep it inside the system. For example, we have something called MS Club of Slate at Slate itself. So what we do is we have a lot of MLSAs from the particular club, and whatever we learn from the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, we apply to the clubs in Slate. We do sessions for the students there, but because let's say if 100 people apply, not every of like each and every one of them can become an MLSA. Only maybe like 10 people out of the 100 people who apply can become an MLSA. But that shouldn't stop us from teaching something to someone else, because they are our peers and we want them also to grow. So example like this, the community project, they have a prototype sprint. They come with a prototype and they develop contents for that, maybe how to use this particular product. Because documentation is a very important thing when it comes to technology. More than the technology itself, you should know how to use it. So writing blogs on that, maybe some tutorial video on how to use it, that will be very important. So they focus on content development also, and designing and testing. And like once you create a workshop on that, and how to present it to people. So you come with the whole plan. You build the product, and you also come up with solutions on how to teach that product to different people. So that is how the community project. They've started recently the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program. So this is something you can also do in your university, and you can experiment with this within your university also. So I just want to show another example here. So this is a Q&A bot done by some Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador. So actually this is if you go to the YouTube channel, Microsoft 365 Developer, you can see the video here. So these are just students who got the opportunity to present their idea to Microsoft employees and get their opinion from them, and also get your video and yourself featured on a global platform like this. If you could link this video on your profile or in your resume, this would actually look different to the employer when you go for an internship. Like people would, because you would actually stand out, because you have something which is much more than someone else can have. So you got something to like boast about, and also something to prove about that that you are capable. So this is a particular opportunity you get from being in the Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, and this would apply to any other global ambassador programs, as mentioned earlier, like the Samsung one, or even the GitHub Student Ambassador program. Even though it's a bit competitive, and you have more people coming in the MLSA program, so there's a real shot you could take over here. So before I finish and give some tips on how you can apply to the program or what you can do different, I just want to get an idea. I want to, like whoever is here, I just want to know like I want to get an idea from you. What do you expect from the, like, any tech community? What do you expect from joining a tech community? For this, let me present you something so you can insert your answers online and I can check it without typing it here. So if you go to this particular page, give me a second. All right. So if your mobile phones or if you can open your browser and go to menti.com and type this particular code 6576527, which you can see in the screen. And if you can answer this particular question, what do you expect? So I think you can add up to 3 answers. So within these 3 answers, I want you to know, I want to get an idea from you. What exactly do you expect from a student tech community? Local or global, doesn't matter. What do you expect? Because it's all about meeting your expectations. After you answer this, maybe I'll show you a slide where the particular student ambassadors also answer, like what answers they give. Then you can really compare the answers you give and the answers student ambassadors give. Then you can really know, okay, is this your goal, or is this something you want to be, or is this something you want to pursue? So that's all about what you want to learn. So I can hope you can see all this. So if you can go to this particular website, go to type this code 6576527 and just answer this question. What do you expect from a tech community? Just one word, 3. I think you can add up to 3 answers. So just 3 words. What do you expect? It would be great. So I'll just give 5 minutes for that. So it's completely anonymous. I don't get like I wouldn't get to know who answered or not. So just be feel and type an answer you want to share. It's all right. We already have one answer. So I think there's around like 50 students. I know not every one of them would answer, but at least if 50% of y'all could answer, it would help others also to learn. I'll give like around 5 minutes for you to go to the page and answer it. All right, we have some answers coming in. I'll give a couple of more minutes because I think only there's like 6 answers yet. So I hope more people can answer and see, because I know people who are going to join this session are really interested to learn and grow. So it would also help when you give an answer for someone else who doesn't have an idea to get some idea from it, and it will help them also. So please make sure that you can answer this. Right, we have more and more answers coming in, so that's good. I think right now we have a particular good idea of what everyone wants to know. All right, okay, I think we are getting more answers, so good. You can still keep answering. At the end of the session, I'll come back to this, so take your time and answer. I'll just move on with my presentation so that at the end we'll come and see what everyone has to offer. Good, we are getting more answers, that's good. So keep answering your session, and if you could compare, if I could show you a slide on what the student ambassadors expected when they wanted to join the MLSA program, I could just take a slide and show you. So this is the answers the ambassadors gave when they joined the particular program. So these were people who were selected for the program, and you can see the main thing everyone wants is like mentorship, like getting into a global program and getting that experience from people all around the world. That's really great, because you get to know stuff which you wouldn't normally experience in your university or in internship also, because these are more experienced professionals from all around the world, and yeah, the way we work here is different from other countries also. So you get the mentorship, whatever pathway you want to go on, because let's say by the end of the 4th year, even though I pursue cybersecurity, right now I'm not really sure if I want to pursue cybersecurity, because my interest right now lies in blockchain and technologies related to blockchain. So that is something everyone struggles with. Even if you choose IT, maybe in the later on, I don't know if you want to do IT, you would want to do something specialized in IT, and that's really important for you to know like what to do. So I think getting the mentorship from experienced professionals, it will really help you to find yourself, like what you want to pursue and what you want to do. So that was the main answers people in the like Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program gave. Then getting on internships with this additional thing on your resume, it will be an advantage. You can just look at the other answers over here. They want to do projects, they want to get opportunities, give like make a difference, give social help, do events, I don't know, great sessions, be someone better. So I can see a lot of answers over here. So if any of these align with your goals, then I would say that you are on the right part of applying to be a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, or being someone very important in the tech community. It doesn't have to be in a Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program, but also even in a local tech community, you would be a right fit in a community where we want to help others to grow. All right, so I just want to say all how to apply to this Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador program. Every year we have a lot of students from Sri Lanka applying, but the ones who really stand out and get selected, you should do some. I mean, say this is a competition, and you should do something better than others to get a better shot at applying to this. So if you go to this particular profile like studentambassadors.microsoft.com, and you would get a questionnaire to fill. So before you fill the questionnaire, I would say to have all of these ready. Like you have to have an updated LinkedIn, like where you work, and make sure you are active on the LinkedIn. I would say at least to spend 5 to 10 minutes daily on LinkedIn. I know it's boring because LinkedIn is different from Facebook and Instagram. The concept of LinkedIn itself is different. And even when I began using LinkedIn, I really didn't understand how it works, and I didn't have a better idea because I was using Facebook and Instagram before it. I didn't know how LinkedIn worked. But once I spent like 5 to 10 minutes every day, I understood how LinkedIn worked, what to post and what not to post. So I think it's best if you experience that yourself, then you'll get an idea on what to post on LinkedIn. Just not just your certificates, not just your products, but it's better to share your experiences, the achievements you make in life. For example, let's say you finish a project and you post a project on LinkedIn. Just don't stop with saying I did this project. Say what you learned from the project, what technologies used, because not only for this, if you're going to apply for a program, for an internship or a work experience, the employee is going to look at your LinkedIn and they would get to know you as a better person once they see what you're typing on LinkedIn. So make sure, if you, let's say you want to post a certificate, some technology which is particularly learn, maybe JavaScript, you learned React, you post a certificate that you learned React. Don't just stop with that. I would say that you want to continue on what did you learn in that particular course. What exactly did you run in React? What projects did you complete? And what were the challenges you faced and how did you solve them? So it's best to include all of these when you're updating your LinkedIn profile. And if possible, have a Twitter account. By experience, I would argue that Twitter is actually better than LinkedIn. Personally, it's a personal preference which I have, because in Twitter you have less content and everyone is up to the point. And apart from Sri Lanka, like in other worlds, people use Twitter more than LinkedIn, because that is the main social media platform they have. So as I said, you want to be someone global, because IT is a global industry and you want to get experiences from all over the world. So having a Twitter account also would be beneficial, because they would ask for the Twitter link when you apply. So showing that you're active in Twitter. So if you don't understand how LinkedIn works, how Twitter works, I would just say spend like 5 to 10 minutes every day, then you'll get it. You will get how it works. And have your own personal portfolio, because this portfolio can be something like a website. You could do that various ways. Like you could go to GitHub and search for something called GitHub pages. You could create your own GitHub page. It's like an online resume. Instead of sending a resume to someone, you just send the particular link. In that link, it has everything about you, your qualifications, the projects you did, the technologies you know. Everything is there. It's like a portfolio. So whatever you built, you can showcase. You can showcase proudly to everyone. So have a personal portfolio ready, because all of these points I'm saying are additional points. If 100 people are applying and 10 people get selected, all of those 10 people have these what I'm mentioning. So it's really helpful for you. And if you can write blogs on Medium, or if you want to put up your own site, or even something like WordPress, you want to write blogs, I think it would be really additional. When I started writing blogs, I think I started in 2018, and my first blog was pretty bad, to be honest, because my goal when I started writing blogs was, at that moment I didn't want to be a good writer, but I envisioned myself after 4 years I want to be a good writer. So I know no one's going to read my first blog except me, and I think my mother read it, or some of my friends. But it was not even related to tech in that sense when I started my first blog. But after that, I got into writing in tech. Even though I didn't understand, I wrote something, because even though there's, let's say, there's like thousands of contents in terms of HTML, what is CSS, there's like thousands of content out there. But you write your own version, because there's also language barrier we have in Sri Lanka, right? Let's say someone in US writes blogs about HTML or React or CSS. We think differently here. Our language is different. We have Sinhalese and Tamil people over here, and the way we think is different. Maybe their language doesn't suit us. So once I learn something, what I do is I write my own blog so that people here understand what I'm trying to say, even though it's in English, in a simple English which they can understand. So that's really important. It doesn't matter, you just have to write in English, even if you're only in Sinhala or even going to write in Tamil. That's really appreciated, because Microsoft Learn Student Ambassador, the people there also really appreciate if you can create content on your local language. So it doesn't really have to be you have to write it in English or on your English. You can write it in your own language, doesn't matter. But start somewhere, write your own blogs. I'm saying, like, even if you're writing Sinhala or Tamil, write it parallelly with in English. By then you would improve in English also, because that is really important when you go to a job. And write your own videos, just record a video. Like what I'm doing right now, I'm actually coming and talking to you all. So it's somewhat of a video contribution what I'm doing. And GitHub contributions, I think Chamod also said this earlier, when they are selecting for GitHub, the ambassador program, they look at your GitHub contributions. Also, like MLSA, they will look at your GitHub contribution, not strictly as what they do, but it's like just 10 people, as I said, 100 people, they're going to say this 10, select the 10 people. Those 10 people, everyone have GitHub contribution. It's very easy for us to start your own GitHub contribution. You just Google like how to do open source contribution. You get some links, go to that, start learning somewhere, get good at one particular language. Good at HTML, CSS, or Python. Choose one language, get good at it, and start contributing. And that will be very easy. If you can't find something to contribute, start something on your own, and people in your university can contribute to that. If you want to create a website, you create your own website, and your friend can help create the front end for it. So you can start your own contributions like that. So you don't have to wait and find another resource like that. And also honest answers. Like when I say, like, when you go to the link and they ask you some questions. So whenever they're asking questions, try to be as honest as possible. Give honest answer, because once you give fake answers, they would understand that this is somewhat fake, what someone would say. I think that the last point you would understand when you go, if you want to fill that particular application, there are some questions. So try to be honest as possible. So yeah, that's it basically. All these things that I said over here, it really doesn't only apply to the MLSA program. It would also apply to you if you want to grow as a person in your own community, in your own student university, in a tech club like FOSS or anything. It will all apply in your IT career program. Even if you get selected as an MLSA or not, you can still keep achieving. If I was not selected as an MLSA, I'll still keep continuing all of these. But being in an MLSA, it just opened up new doors for me and gave me good opportunities. Like if you get selected in an MLSA, all I would request is to be genuine as possible. See, not everyone can be active 24/7 and do things. And if you get selected as an MLSA, it's very important that whatever you learn there, you teach that to your friends in your university and also to your juniors. That is the whole essence of the program, as I said, to make a real difference in the community you are in. That is what Microsoft, like people at Microsoft also want. They want to teach the MLSAs, and they want the MLSAs to go and do that same thing to the people in their community. So that's all about the tech community is about, to teach each other and learn and grow together. All right, so that's all I have. If you want to contact me regarding this, I would just go to LinkedIn and just search for my name, Sajid Jonathan. Get the first result and just send me a message. That is the easiest way of contacting me, because if I give you my email, obviously I don't think I would open my email and message. So feel free to contact me on LinkedIn. I would help when I'm free. I would try my best to help you all. Right, so I'm open to questions. If there are any questions, you can just ask me.
Thank you so much, Mr. Sajid. It was an amazing session. So I am sure that all of our participation got a clear idea about the Microsoft Students Ambassador Program. Now, if you have any questions about the session, feel free to put it in your chat box and you can unmute and ask your questions. Really, I welcome all of colleagues to asking the questions.
Yeah, so I would encourage everyone to ask questions. So this is something personally I would say you. There are no dumb questions. There's no stupid question or anything. Whatever you want to ask, just straight away ask, because I don't know who you are. I would just answer. I would just not even remember your name. So anything you want to ask, I would just encourage everyone to ask. Take the first step. And when you are a student leader, obviously you would have to take a first step and ask a question and get the answer. So anything you have, you can ask me now, or later on you can just contact me on LinkedIn and ask us. No problem there. So I'm open to questions right now.
I have a question does this the Microsoft Student Ambassador Program have some connection with the Microsoft Imagine Cup program?
Yeah, so you can still apply for the Microsoft Imagine Cup separately. Like you don't have to be an MLSA to apply to that. But once you're a Microsoft Student Ambassador, they would encourage you to apply to the Microsoft Imagine Cup. Because as I said, I showed you some comparisons here and there, right? It's not connected to the Imagine Cup, but you do it separately inside the program. Once you get an experience from that, you can use that knowledge on the Microsoft Imagine Cup. But you don't exactly have to be an MLSA to apply for the Microsoft Imagine Cup. I think the application for Imagine Cup is already over, but this year, I think by September, August, you can still apply. With the MLSA program, you get to know people from all over the world. So you got a solid team who have different skills, and you got a good team to apply. So that's the only advantage of being an MLSA when you're applying for an Imagine Cup.
Okay, thank you. That in FOSS Community, I think we have organized awareness program for that. I think this 12.
Oh yeah, I think you have. I think few community. I think Japur and even Slate did it. They do sessions for the Imagine Cup. Yeah, I think that would be good experience for everyone. I would actually encourage everyone to apply for the Imagine Cup. It doesn't matter if you get selected or not, but it would be a good experience to apply for Imagine Cup.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right, thank you. Any other questions we have?
Okay, thank you again, Mr. Sajid. So we are really grateful about your contribution to this event. So finally, I'm sure that we all got so much fantastic and enthusiastic, exciting news about the Student Ambassador Program of these companies. So here we have come to the end of the Expertise 2020. Before we wind up the session, I think all of you, on behalf of the organizing community, it has been a pleasure to have all in abroad. So joining us today, I take this opportunity to convey our heartiest full thanks to special guest speakers, Mr. Tushara Chamod and also Mr. Sajid for joining with us this event today. Last but not least, thank you so much for amazing delegates who have registered for the event. Expertise 2020 won't be a reality without the dedication and the effort made by our organizing committee who worked hard behind the scenes. I loved to convey my special thanks all of you too. With that, we've run to Expertise 2022 organized by the free and open source software community of University of Sri Jayewardenepura. Stay tuned for our next favorable session, Karasli. So we wind up the session now with the permission of bearing you to next event as much as possible. And also do not forget give your feedbacks to link we have been provided in a chat box. So thank you everyone, my dear colleagues. So a very good night for all of you and stay safe. Thank you very much.